think it's about time, 'cause for 18 years I've been schooling all day, learning my lessons, throwing homework away. Now for 19 years I've been making new friends. Some of them last and some of them end. We're young, we're free. Summer's begun, so come run with me. Yeah, we're young and we're free. It's time to lay us down and go swimming in the sea. 20-something just don't feel right. How the hell can we sleep at night? It's time to kiss our childhood goodbye. We're 20-something, so enjoy the ride.
Hey everyone, welcome back to 20-somethings. I'm moderating today. My name's Abby, and everyone else can introduce themselves.
Alyssa.
Rob.
I'm Maddie.
Yeah, and we got a stacked discussion for everyone tonight. First, we're going to be talking about the recent climate change activist demonstrations on the paintings, and then we're going to talk about Disney's new short film called Reflect, and then we're going to have a friendly little debate about which Adam Sandler movie is the best Adam Sandler movie. So to start us off, we're going to talk about the few demonstrations that have been happening on famous paintings to get people to really focus on climate change. There's been soup, there's been like potatoes thrown on them. One activist even said that the paintings aren't going to be worth anything, you know, and we have to fight over food. Like they're really trying to tackle this serious issue and bring attention to it. So I'll open up the floor to whoever wants to start us off.
Yeah, a lot of the paintings that they're like defacing like do have a protective layer of glass over it. I think it was Van Gogh's painting that had the layer of glass that they like threw mashed potatoes on. But one of the activists said like people are starving, people are freezing, people are dying. There's like a climate catastrophe and people are worried about like this artwork that's worth millions of dollars that has food on it. Granted, like that food could have gone to someone who really needs it, but it's more of like just a social commentary. Like, why are we so worried about this like abstract piece? Like someone did spend a lot of time on it, and it's beautiful work of art, but it's causing people to talk about it. Now people are talking about climate change. People are talking about oil spills because of the group Just Stop Oil, which is the group that's causing this.
Yeah, I think though they could have gone about it a different way, maybe a friendly protest, maybe outside the museum or a different location that could bring attention as well. I don't think they need to maybe throw stuff on the paintings. I feel like that doesn't really cause any problem or solve any problems. It could just only like cause fights to break out from the people who really care about the artwork.
I disagree with you there. I think they should be like setting things on fire, honestly. I mean, like this is so serious. Like this is so serious. And the thing is like nothing's happening to these paintings, all right? Like they're fine. No one's hurt. It's fine. But like the attention is what we need. And honestly, I feel like because these paintings are fine, like I'm not calling for like, you know, extreme acts, but we should be doing more because these things can't just be glossed over anymore. Like we're kind of running out of time, and I feel like people don't get that. So.
Right, exactly. Like if people stood outside of the museum and just protested, then really what's the point? Like police are going to come, they're going to say, hey, like keep the noise down, like, or you need to leave, even though it's one of like, it's our right as an American citizen to protest. And like Abby said, like all the paintings have a layer of glass to protect them. So it's not like these old paintings are having like actual damage done. That would be like actual graffiti. That could be a reason for them to like actually get in legal trouble. But it's just causing people to talk. It's important.
I think for me personally, even though there could definitely be other ways to go about it, and I think they definitely need to do more, for me personally, just looking at it to talk about today, it had me going on Last Generation and Just Stop Oil. They're two different groups, but they're kind of like sister organizations that have been fighting for the same thing because some of the groups in different places are from each one. And just their list of demands on their websites and what they're really fighting for. And I think that regardless of what they're doing, and like everybody's been saying, it's not actually harming the paintings. There's the protective glass. it's just bringing more attention, which is something that we need. And like Abby was saying, I really think more needs to be done, and they could be doing a lot worse, which luckily they aren't. But I think that the more that they do, the more it's bringing attention to it, regardless of how they're doing it and what attention it's bringing. The whole like all news is good news kind of thing. It's bringing the attention that they want to their websites and to what they're doing and what they're standing for, and hopefully it fixes it soon.
All publicity is good publicity. Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, I feel like at this point, to not take this stuff seriously is like a worse crime than throwing some soup or potatoes or whatever at a painting. I mean, if you listen to the speeches that these people are making while they're doing this and they're like putting their hands on the wall and stuff, it's chilling. Like I was getting goosebumps because it's just terrifying. And you know what they're doing is right, because it's also, after I saw those videos, I was visiting those sites and reading what they're about and getting more, and like even just researching for this really opened my eyes to a lot of things that maybe I thought I knew, but I didn't really know, you know, in terms of climate change. But yeah, moving on. Disney came out with this new short film. It's called Reflect, and it's kind of like the message they're trying to get across is they're talking about body dysmorphia, and it kind of focuses around like a plus size ballerina. And there have been some mixed reviews about it so far. A lot of people love it. Some people are saying that like it really wasn't long enough to tackle an issue as big as like body image and body dysmorphia and stuff. But I mean, all in all, I think it's great that they're doing this, you know, because I definitely think that is something that needs like more representation. And like in terms of Disney films, we know that mostly it's like younger people who are watching it, and like our generation, and like I know mainly as like the stuff that I see, like this is something that I would want like my daughters or children to see, you know. I think it's important.
I think it's great, even if it's small and even if it's it was a short film. I think any publicity that can be brought to this scenario and anything that they can do. It took them this long to be able to put something like this out. So yeah, it's going to start off small, but I feel like the more and more these films get made, and next thing we know, there's going to be a full Disney princess movie or something along those lines with someone that is plus size, or all these different issues that the video kind of tackled, which I think is great. And I think it's a great first step in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially since like all the plus size characters in the past, like in past Disney history, have been like villains or like older ladies. Like you have Ursula, you have Fairy Godmother, and like this is good. It's a good start. I watched the short film. I didn't think that it was anything terribly like great for representation wise, just because like she started off dancing and then she saw herself in the mirror, and it was like that great symbolic wall of mirrors, but then it seemed like she got like pretty quickly over it and then was like, okay, like I'm like accepting of myself, I look different than the others and that's okay. But I just think that Disney needs to do better and create more plus size characters because they want the representation, not like the short film was kind of like that was her personality trait, that she was plus size and unhappy with her body. So there needs to be more characters that are plus size, but that's not their only personality trait. They have like more characteristics to them. Like they just exist.
No, I agree with you. I think like they were trying to do something really good, but at the same time, then it fell into that what you were just talking about, where that's really all there was kind of to her. And to really like fix things, this is a great start, and it was a good short. I watched it too, but definitely you just need to create more characters where like weight and like body type just isn't really a part of it. Like it's just like this is what it is, you know. There's no like realizations or anything. You just are. And I think that would be more helpful in the long run. But hopefully, since they already did this, they're going to start going in that direction.
Yeah, I think it's really upsetting how people are disagreeing with it as well. I mean, maybe they might not have done it the best way with making that her personality trait, but the fact that people are thinking that like they're making being plus size a positive thing, and like instead of showing that kids should be able to see like idols of a certain standard look different ways. So I just think it's upsetting people arguing this whole topic in general.
Yeah, basically that like anything is helps. Any representation is always it's good. Yeah, so on to our most pressing topic of the night. I'm gonna Adam Sandler movies. All right, I'm gonna start off because I feel like mine might be a little controversial, but Hotel Transylvania. I don't care which one it is. It's probably not even on this graphic because it's so underrated. Hotel Transylvania. You could do 1, 2, 3, 4. Any of them are perfect. I'm gonna watch it tonight. Like there's no better Adam Sandler movie. I know he's not like in it, but he's voicing, Dracula. It's very family friendly, great messages, great jokes, stacked cast in terms of voice actors. Best movie, but I'll let someone else go.
I do have to butt in and say that Adam Sandler actually did not voice Dracula in the 4th movie.
Okay.
So
1, 2, or 3.
But I do agree that definitely is my top Adam Sandler movie as well. But like I do not say blah 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 is so iconic. However, I would also like to say something very controversial. I think that Adam Sandler's appearance, like just for like a minute, in the TV show Jessie was more iconic and the best acting performance that he's done, way better than any of his movies. And I have a clip to show of that.
Adam Sandler? What are you doing here?
Waiting for them to play Gangnam Style.
This is controversial because I know he plays himself, but you can tell based on like his acting, it was just so good. You can tell he was waiting for hours for them to play Gangnam Style, and they haven't played it yet. They did not play Gangnam Style for him. He is at this like middle school dance in the middle of New York City, just standing there waiting to play Gangnam Style. And that is my argument.
I honestly can get behind that. Mine is a different option, but I can get behind that, especially because Cameron Boyce was in Jessie and he was in the Grown Ups movies with Adam Sandler. So it wasn't just like a random guest star appearance. Like it all kind of made sense and tied itself together. My go-to that I put down is Big Daddy. This was very tough for me. I was very between Happy Gilmore and this one, and even the Grown Ups movies are a very good go-to for a good laugh.
I picked Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore is such a good one, and I feel
Classic.
like it is a classic, but I felt like for this, I knew someone else was going to pick it, and I had to go somewhere else, and they were both so even in my eyes. The Sprouse twins, like Cole and Dylan Sprouse played Julian, the little kid, and just like the relationship they have throughout the movie, it starts off selfish, and he just wants to get his girlfriend back, and then they have this really cute bond, and younger kids can watch it. It's PG-13. It's not rated R. Some of the jokes go right over their heads, but they're great for us. I don't know. It's always a good go-to for me for a laugh.
Yeah, and that's great and everything, but I don't know if that beats Count Dracula and Maeve. Go, Rob.
Yeah, no hate. I feel like that's a terrible pick. Pennsylvania. He has so many great movies that he's actually in, and I don't know about that one.
Okay, and you picked what? Happy Gilmore?
I could pick like 2 more after. Waterboy, The Longest Yard.
Yeah, I love watching hockey players with anger issues.
Click. That one's funny.
Yeah, but you know what movie of his is like underrated? It's actually probably not. I honestly like don't watch a lot of Adam Sandler movies, but one day I was going through Netflix and I found Murder Mystery. I don't know if anyone else has watched it. It's him and Jennifer Aniston. They basically like he's a cop. He forgets that it's their anniversary, and then they go like on this cruise. Like a rich guy starts flirting with Jennifer Aniston and like invites them on this boat, and then like the super rich guy gets murdered, and then they get blamed for it because they're Americans, like on a British boat. And it's just really funny. I think that it needs to be appreciated more.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna throw in here. I think it was Blended, the one him, Drew Barrymore, and the kids, and they like meet on vacation, but only because of Bella Thorne's haircut in the movie. That's the only reason. That is the only reason.
He's the guy.
That is enough.
Honestly, Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore movies, even if they're cheesy, like their chemistry, they've been in so Bedtime Stories is such a I forgot about that movie.
I forgot
Yeah,
that.
I honestly forgot about that
Oh
movie.
my god.
I mean,
That
I'm still
one's
sticking with my movie because, like, I came into this conversation knowing that nothing was going to change my mind, and that Hotel Transylvania is the best. And honestly, I'm going to go even farther to say it's the best animated film I've ever seen. And they could keep coming out with more and more, and I don't care who voices what. I'm going to watch them every single time. They're so
Abby's
good.
gonna like go after class and watch the Hotel Transylvania TV show.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. Sorry, and like the ginger representation too. Like I'm never gonna not watch something like that. It was right up my alley.
And Andy Samberg.
Selena Gomez, like should I go
God.
on?
It's
Oh
a
my
great
God.
movie. I think that's the best thing with animated movies is they have such stacked casts sometimes because it's a lot easier to go around filming because they film their voice parts and it can be clipped together, so it's not going as around schedules as much. Hotel Transylvania is a very good choice. I honestly hadn't thought about it in terms of this conversation, but it's definitely up there. So thank you for that, Abby.
You're welcome. Anytime.
We started this conversation with so many opinions, and then we all, except for Robert, ended on Hotel Transylvania.
And I knew that would happen.
Yeah.
You came with the facts.
Rob, you sticking with Happy Gilmore?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
But it also has a special spot in my heart.
Yeah.
Happy
why?
Gilmore's a classic. It's hard to argue.
I'll give it that it's a classic, and it's probably my favorite like Adam Sandler movie to put on in like just to put it on. Like if I'm like, oh, let me just put a movie on that like I've seen before and like it's not anything exciting or new, but it's something to watch, like I would put that on because Hotel Transylvania, like I'm locked in. I'm gonna watch. But if I just want to like glance at something from like cleaning my room, I would put on Happy Gilmore. I'll give you that.
Fair point.
All right. Does that settle it?
I guess so.
I think we're settled.
All right. Well, that's all we have for this week's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and goodbye.